Hello, and welcome to a brand new series here on the Adrian channel. In this series, I will be counting down my list of the top 50 video games of all time. Keep in mind, this is my personal list and may not be accurate to the objectively best games of all time, or even your list. I will be splitting this series into 5 parts, where I start with number 50 and work my way up to number 1. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos. And now, without further ado, buckle up, grab some popcorn, and get ready for part 1 of my top 50 video games of all time list. Coming up at number 50 is a game known as Skate 3. I have never owned an Xbox console in my life, but my former best friend used to have an Xbox 360. Whenever I was over at his place, we used to play a handful of fun games, but Skate 3 is definitely the one I had the most fun with. I remember sharing so many awesome moments with my best friend in this game, like doing tricks down a cliff, falling off roofs and breaking my neck, competing against each other, trying to get the highest score, etc. It's a very fun skating game that mixes elements from games like Tony Hawk, GTA, and of course the older skate games, and can be a very fun time both alone and with friends. I absolutely recommend you give it a try for yourself. Next up on my list is the mobile game known as Clash of Clans. I don't play this game anymore, but a few years ago it was all I did in my spare time. Clash of Clans closely resemble what was once my favorite game of all time, and because of that, I had to give it a try. After launching the game, I was immediately hooked. Looking past the microtransactions, Clash of Clans is truly one of, if not the best mobile game of all time. And after playing it, I certainly understood why. It mixes elements like base building, farming, real-time strategy, and exciting combat. Where the other game I loved was lacking, this was shining in every way possible. Unlike other games I played, this one was portable, and therefore much more time consuming as well. I stopped playing after a year or two because I discovered other games, but I still look back at the awesome memories I have from this game. Coming up next is my very first 3DS game, that being Mario Kart 7. I got my 3DS for Christmas when it first released, and with it the Mario Kart 7 game as well. Though it's not my favorite Mario Kart game, it is definitely one of the best. For the first time ever in a Mario Kart game, I was able to fully customize my cars and bikes, with gliders, wheels, and skin variations for vehicles themselves. The game also included more tracks, characters, and customization options than ever, and on top of it all, it was portable. This quickly became my go-to portable game, and unlike Clash of Clans, I didn't need internet to play it. The Mario Kart formula never ceases to disappoint me, and this one is no exception. As the first handheld Mario Kart game in years, it became very popular with fans and non-gamers alike. Even my parents gave this game a try at one point. If you're looking for a fun way to spend some downtime, I highly recommend Mario Kart 7. At number 47, we have a Roblox game. Now, before you rage and dislike because I included something as stupid as a Roblox game, please hear me out. Roblox was at one point my go-to place for PC gaming, as I only have a Mac and not a gaming PC or a Windows PC with Steam. The first Roblox game I ever played was Speedrun 4, and that's the very game I am including here on this list as number 47. Still to this day, it is a very fun game with amazing mechanics that hold up in the gaming world, even though it's a Roblox game. The point of the game is to run across different stages with loads of interesting obstacles and try to reach the finish line without falling down and dying. It's a simple premise, but I have spent so many hours trying to complete it, both with Bobo and alone. and it was such a satisfying experience when I finally managed to beat it. Next up, we have a PlayStation VR game, known as Fruit Ninja VR. This game is extremely fun, with friends and or alone. The point of the game is to slice fruits coming your way with 2 katanas. You use the PlayStation Move controllers as swords and swing your arms to move the katanas. There are multiple different game modes like survival, quick play, and even more. Each game mode offers a unique challenge that is sure to provide many hours of fun. And once you put your headset on, it's extremely hard to put it back down. This entry into the list may be a bit controversial, but since it's my personal subjective list, I am going to include it no matter what. Coming up at number 45 is Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I downloaded this game on my PS4 as it was free with PlayStation Plus, and I certainly didn't regret doing so. Before this one, I had never in my life tried a COD game, so I didn't really know what to expect going into it. I started out with the parkour section of the game, just to get a feel for the controls and to learn all the mechanics before going into multiplayer. I tried a couple hours of multiplayer and I really enjoyed it, even though I got wrecked every round. But the real fun didn't start until I pursued the campaign. The single player part of the game really impressed me and made me want to try out other Call of Duty games. I sadly stopped playing it after a while, as I realized the game was rated M and I'm only 16 years old. On to number 44, with the Roblox game I have had the most fun on with friends, that being Redwood Prison. Many Roblox players might recognize Prison Life or Jailbreak as the best prison related games on Roblox, but I personally always preferred Redwood Prison. With tons of silly mechanics, weapons, vehicles and more, this game never ceased to disappoint, and I spent many hours on it with Yes and Bobo, and still to this day I check in to see what's up. I stopped playing after a while because it never got updated, but it was very fun as long as it lasted. Coming up at number 43 is Uncharted 3. I love this game. I enjoyed Uncharted 1 and 2 very much, but it wasn't until the third installment to the franchise that I really started loving the Uncharted series. It's action-packed, filled to the brim with giant set pieces, hours worth of campaign, survival and online multiplayer, and much more. This may be the PS3 game I've spent the most hours on altogether. While Black Ops 3 shines in campaign, this game shines in the multiplayer compartment. I have played this game with Tosh, Yes, Bobo and Toby, and they all love it as much as I do, or so it seems at least. We used to play it all the time before I got a PS4, and still to this day I tend to turn on my PS3 just to play this game. Next up, at number 42, is another handheld portable game, that being New Super Mario Bros. DS. This was my second game of all time that I own myself, and for that reason alone, it had to be on this list. I played it for hours upon hours when I got it, and it quickly became one of my favorite DS games of all time. Since I never played any of the older 2D Mario games, except New Super Mario Bros. Wii, yeah, I know that released a few years later, but I played it before this one. New Super Mario Bros. DS was a way for me to get used to the DS, and the character and world of Super Mario. I played it with my younger sister and my cousin, and I think we beat it at least 10 times before I gave up on it. It was, is, and always will be one of the best DS games of all time. Next on the list, at number 41, is Good Game Gangster. This is a PC-only game made by the Good Game Company, and the second ever Good Game Studios game I played. The game is all about shooting and killing random gangsters and earning money, and although it's a very linear story-driven game, it has fun mechanics that make the game great in so many ways. This game introduced me to PC gaming, and with that, pieces of work such as Cookie Clicker, Run 3, Olympic Games in Duckburg, and many other classics, and I am forever grateful for that. I would recommend this game to anyone that is looking for a way to kill some time.